I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week already. It's hard to imagine, but we are. Time just keeps going faster and faster, it seems like. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. This morning I wanted to talk about just something very simple. It's the condition of the heart. And I wanted to talk about, Cain and Abel. Everybody, most people know, if you don't know, Cain and Abel were twins. They both had a sacrifice for the Lord. And Cain's offering to the Lord was vegetables, and Abel's was a sheep. Many people think that God rejected Cain's offering. And many people think that God rejected Cain's offering because he offered fruit and instead of meat, instead of a blood sacrifice. Actually, it was a sacrifice, but he offered a food sacrifice instead of a blood sacrifice. And a lot of people come to the conclusion that that's why God rejected his sacrifice. And there's nothing that says exactly in the Bible why God rejected it, so it could be. But my belief is not that God rejected his sacrifice because it was a food offering, because he was a farmer. And so, God wants us to give him our first fruits. He wants us to give him what we have. So, if you are an artist, he would want you to give him, your first fruits of your art. If you're a farmer, he wants fruit. If you happen to be a shepherd, then sheep. And in this day and time, whatever you do, whatever your talent is, whatever God has gifted you with, that's what God wants you to give to him. He wants you to dedicate it to him. And I don't believe he's going to reject it because he called you to be a doctor and he called somebody else to be a housekeeper. Whatever it is, God will honor the works of your hands if you do it as though you're doing it unto the Lord. So I believe that the reason why he rejected Cain's offering, Cain's sacrifice, was not because it was fruit, but because of the condition of his heart. Because I believe that, Abel took the very, very best of what he had, and he gave it to God willingly, with all of his heart, saying, here's a sacrifice, Lord, I love you. And Cain took whatever he had. Maybe he didn't take his first fruits. Maybe he took whatever it was of the crop. Maybe the fruits were, the food that he took was rotten. We don't know for sure because it doesn't say. But I believe it's the condition of the heart. We can do the right things for the wrong reasons and it not be approved by God. So just because we're going out and helping somebody, if we're doing it for our own personal gain. Good morning, my beautiful niece, Erin. So good to see you, baby. I love you. It's the condition of our heart. So if we do something just because we want to gain from it instead of out of the goodness of our heart, God sees that. He knows that what we're doing. So we can do something exactly right. You look at the Pharisees. They were out praying. They did everything right according to the law of God even. They knew the law of God. They did everything right. But instead of them praying from their heart, they stood on the street corners and they flaunted that they could pray and say big words. And that is not what God wants. God would rather have 3 words whispered, spoken and eloquently with all of your heart, than 1,000 words that are just words. So whatever you do, do it with the motivation of your heart towards God. Good morning, Annette. Good morning, my beautiful niece. I love you, baby. God wants you to do whatever you do according to him. The word says to do whatever you do it as though you were doing it unto the Lord. So make sure that your motives are clear today. Make sure that your heart is clear. Make sure that what you are doing is really for the right reason, because man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks on the heart. I love you today. I hope this little tidbit was helpful. God bless you and have a wonderful day.